Let's dive deeper into the action with our markets reporters. Abigail, get us started. What were you watching?
Scarlett, I'm thinking about Bitcoin again, because we do, of course, have Bitcoin down sharply on the day, and it seems to be somewhat Libra related, or at least that's the excuse. You and Caroline making that point earlier. You see the sharp plunge down before CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, testifying before that House Finance panel yesterday. Mark Zuckerberg saying Facebook would not launch Libra without government approval. That probably has put the specter of fear into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency fans everywhere, that at some point regulation could be ahead. Technical damage on today's drop has been done to this chart that we've been looking at for months. Here's the big uptrend earlier this year, up about 250%. But then after the announcement of the launch of Libra, the bears taking that as a reason to take profits, a good old sell the news moment. We're seeing that again today. Right now, Bitcoin is now confirmed to go below 6,000 after earlier having been confirmed, Taylor, to go below 7,000. Those 2 points confirm each other along with a falling RSI. It looks like Bitcoin may just continue to drop, Taylor.
Abigail, I'm taking a look at shares of Tesla as we await earnings that should come within the next hour or so. Now, we know that they did miss the delivery numbers that came in earlier this month, the $100,000 mark. We didn't get. We got about 95,000 deliveries. But now we are going to wait and see if we can turn our attention to the full year deliveries, which should be coming in around 360 to 400,000. We'll have to see if we can get there. We also, analysts want to see if we can make some headwind in China as people start to think that the U.S. market is saturated with S and X year-over-year declines. What that means is we start to shift the composition mix from the Model 3 over into those higher margin products, and as well make some gains over in China. That leads me to the next chart that I'm showing here on my terminal at GTV Go. It is all about the gross margin. So this is where analysts are really looking for some guidance here. Some analysts are looking for about 25% gross margins in the long term for Tesla. Right now in blue, you see it's about 14.5. The average analyst estimate looking for about 18% gross margins. This will lead us to looking at positive free cash flow and profitability. Renita.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm taking a look at Freeport McMoran shares, which is rising even as sales dropped in its latest quarter during a switch to underground mining at its flagship mine. Now, the CEO is focusing his attention on executing plans that would enable the company to increase gold production by 70%. Now, it's the world's biggest independent copper producer, and it's hoping to boost copper production by 30%. And it says the current copper prices are unsustainable. Now, the stock is down about 1.8% so far this year, and Freeport McMoran is also looking to reduce unit cash net costs by 25% and more than double operating cash flows in 2021 from 2019 levels. Peru protests have already caused Freeport McMoran to miss its sales forecast in the latest quarter, but investors are watching to see how deeply the protests will impact Freeport McMoran in the fourth quarter.